Who are you?
Leia, it's me. I'm your mother.
My mother? My mother died a long time ago. And he's the reason she did.
You're right. I failed her. I failed you.
You failed everyone. Do you have any idea what the Empire did? What you did? You destroyed entire worlds, tortured people, enslaved them. You don't get to stand here and act like...
Leia, please, let us explain.
Explain what? That you were a monster? Or that you let him become one?
I didn't know, Leia. I didn't see what he was becoming until it was too late. If I had known, I would have done anything to stop it.
Leia, your mother was stronger than I ever was. She believed in me, even when I didn't deserve it, and I let her down. I let you down.
You didn't just let me down. You ruined everything. You tore the galaxy apart.
Leia, I know how much pain he caused. I know how much you've suffered. And if I could take that pain away, I would.
Then why are you here now? Why not before? Why didn't you save me when I needed it?
Because I couldn't. I wanted to, Leia. I wanted to hold you, to protect you from everything. But I couldn't.
And I made sure you couldn't.
You're right. You made sure. And now you think you can just show up and ask for forgiveness?
I don't expect forgiveness. I don't deserve it.
But he's here because of you, Leia. Because of Luke. You brought him back to the light.
Luke did. Not me.
You're part of him. You're part of everything good that remains in this galaxy. And that goodness came from us, Leia. From me. And from the man Anakin was before the darkness.
That man doesn't exist.
He does. He exists because of you and Luke. You gave me the strength to come back. To reject the monster I became.
Why should I believe you?
Because I know you, Leia. I've always known you. You're fierce and brave, just like I was. But more than that, you have a heart big enough to save the galaxy.
Bigger than mine ever was.
I don't know if I can forgive you.
You don't have to forgive us right now. Just know that we love you. More than anything.
I'll carry what I did forever, Leia. But I'll also carry the hope that you and Luke will rebuild what I destroyed.
I don't know if I can forgive you, but I can try.
That's all we could ever ask.
I don't even remember you.
But I remember you, and I always will.
You are our hope, Leia, always.
I'll try to believe that.
We love you, Leia. Always.
Thank you.
You felt them, didn't you?
They were here. Both of them.
I thought they might come to you.
Why? Why now? Why after everything?
Because they love you, Leia. They've always loved you.
How can you say that? How can you even think that after everything he did? After what they let happen?
I've wondered the same thing. For a long time.
And? What did you find?
I found that Anakin Skywalker wasn't the same as Darth Vader. Not entirely. There was still good in him, Leia. I saw it. I felt it.
Good? He destroyed everything. He destroyed her.
He did. And he knows it. He's haunted by it.
That doesn't bring her back. That doesn't fix what he did to the galaxy.
No, it doesn't. But it doesn't erase who they were before either.
I don't even know who they were.
I do. I've seen them, Leia. I've felt them. Anakin Skywalker was brave, kind, and compassionate. He wanted to protect people, to stop injustice. That's why he fell, because he thought the only way to save the ones he loved was to take control.
And look where that got him.
I know. It led to terrible things. But deep down, he never stopped loving us. You, me, and her.
And her? What about her?
Padme was everything I imagined a mother could be. She was strong, selfless, and full of love. She believed in Anakin, even when he didn't believe in himself. And she believed in us.
She said she loved me. That she always had.
Because she does. And she always will.
How am I supposed to forgive them?
You don't have to do it all at once. But holding on to the anger, the pain, it won't change what happened. It'll only hurt you.
How do you forgive someone who's done so much wrong?
By remembering the good in them. By believing they can change, even if it's too late to undo the past.
She said I was like her.
You are. You've got her strength, her determination, and you've got his fire, his courage.
It hurts, Luke. It hurts so much.
I know. But we're not alone anymore, Leia. We have each other, and we have them, watching over us.
I don't know if I'm ready.
That's okay. They'll wait.
I'll try.
That's all they'd ever want.
Luke.
Father.
You've done well, Luke. The galaxy owes you and your friends more than they'll ever know.
We've won a battle. But the war isn't over. The galaxy's in ruins. There's so much left to rebuild.
And you must rebuild it, Luke. You, Leia, and the others. The New Republic is the galaxy's hope now.
Leia's the one with the vision for it. She's the leader.
And you're the one who will help her see it through. You both have strengths, Luke. Hers may lie in diplomacy and leadership. But you're the heart. You're the reminder of what the galaxy can be when hope isn't lost.
She's still angry. At you. At everything.
I know. And she has every right to be. I failed her. I failed you both.
She's starting to understand. But it's not easy for her.
I don't expect it to be. But you can help her, Luke. She listens to you. Push her. Not to forgive me for my sake, but for hers. Carrying that anger will only weigh her down.
I'll try.
Leia is strong. Stronger than I ever was. And she has your mother's spirit. But even the strongest need someone to lean on.
What if she never forgives you?
Then I'll carry that too. My mistakes are mine to bear, not hers. But the galaxy needs her, Luke. It needs both of you. Together you can rebuild what I destroyed.
We will.
Good. You're both the future. The New Republic will need compassion, strength, and wisdom. You have all of that, Luke. And Leia has even more.
What about you? Will you be there guiding us?
I'll always be with you, watching, listening. But this is your time now. Your galaxy.
Thank you. For coming back. For believing in us.
You gave me that chance, Luke. You believed in me when I couldn't see the light. Promise me one thing.
Anything.
Don't let the past hold you down. Build something better, something that lasts. And always remember, the Skywalkers are meant to bring hope.
I promise.
May the Force be with you, my son.
And with you, Father.
All right, kid, I'll bite. What's this about forgiving Vader?
Not just Vader. My father.
Your father killed a lot of people, Luke. He wasn't exactly a stand-up guy.
Han's right. I can't just forget what he did. What he was.
I'm not asking you to forget. I'm asking you to let go of the anger.
Let go? Luke, he stood by while our home, our people, were destroyed. He tortured Han. He hunted us.
I know. And I felt that same anger, Leia. But I also felt the good in him. I saw it, even when he couldn't.
How can you be so sure?
Because in the end, he chose to save me. He turned against the Emperor. He gave his life for me. For us.
And you think that makes up for everything he did?
It doesn't erase the pain he caused. But holding on to that pain won't heal anything. It won't help us rebuild.
I don't know if I can, Luke. I don't know if I can forgive him.
You don't have to forgive him today, or even tomorrow. But if we don't move forward, if we let the past define us, how can we build a better future?
The kid's got a point. I'm not saying I'll be the guy singing Vader's praises, but we've got bigger things to focus on now.
The New Republic.
Yes, we've won a war, but the real fight is just beginning. We need to be better than what came before. That means hope, unity, and forgiveness.
All right, I'll try. For the future.
That's my princess. Always looking ahead.
We all have to.
Then let's do it. Together.
You didn't win, Anakin. You struck me down, yes. You severed the body, ended the life you once knew. But the Force does not end with death. It transcends it. You thought that killing me would silence me forever, that it would erase what I was. But here I am, still speaking, still watching, still believing. You didn't win. Not then. Not now.
You dare speak that name to me? That name is dead, buried, forgotten. You, of all people, should know what it meant, and what I had to become to leave it behind. Do not try to bring it back, Obi-Wan. That name no longer holds power over me, except as a reminder of everything that was lost because of you.
You may wear the armor, the mask, the name. You may hide behind the steel and fire of the Empire, but it does not undo who you were. It does not erase the truth. The Force remembers. I remember. You can silence your voice, your name, your soul, but not the ripples you made. Not the man who once stood beside me, who once believed. That cannot be undone. Not truly.
You are dead. You were defeated. A ghost with no substance. No strength, just a fading echo of a failed age. The Jedi are gone. You should have passed on with them, into silence. Yet here you are, whispering your delusions like they mean something. You are nothing, Kenobi. Nothing but a flicker in the void.
Then why do you still hear me? Why do my words find you in the silence of your chambers? Why does my voice still echo in the back of your mind when all is quiet? You feel the disturbance, don't you? Not just in the galaxy, but in yourself. Something inside you is still listening, still aware. That is why I'm here. That is why I can be here.
You haunt me not because you are right, but because you are weak. Because you failed me. You failed her. You failed the order you swore to protect, and now you come crawling from the shadows to speak of hope, to tell me how the galaxy should be. You haunt me because you couldn't save me, and you know it.
I don't come because of the past. I don't come because of vengeance or regret. I appear now because somewhere, buried beneath the pain, beneath the fury, beneath everything you've built around yourself, something remains. Something in you still hears the light, still feels it. It's faint, but it's there. A part of you has never stopped listening. You don't want to, no matter how much you pretend otherwise.
The dark side gave me power, real power, more than you ever allowed, more than the Council would ever trust me with. While you preached patience and peace, I watched worlds burn and children die. I begged for the strength to stop it, and the Jedi offered nothing. But Sidious, he gave me purpose, he gave me fire, he gave me control.
Power, yes. You have it in abundance. The galaxy trembles at your command. But has it brought you peace? Has it given you what you sought? You command legions, you crush worlds, but you sleep alone inside this iron tomb. You search the stars endlessly, not for justice, not for victory, but for what you lost, for what was taken, or perhaps for what you gave away.
You speak of things you cannot understand. You hide behind the Force like a shield, pretending it speaks only to you. But you were blind, all of you, blind to the pain, to the war, to the rot inside the Republic. You knew nothing of the real cost. You stood above it all and called yourselves wise, while everything fell apart beneath you.
I understand better than you think. You believe no one else could understand the storm inside you, the pull, the pain, the loss. But I was there. I saw it begin, and I saw where it led. You chose this path, but the galaxy has not followed you. The rebellion stands because the people still believe there is a better way. They fight not because they are strong, but because they have hope. And that makes them stronger than you can imagine.
Hope is a lie. It's a fantasy the Jedi clung to like children in the dark. It blinded them to reality. While the galaxy cried out, they meditated in silence. While people suffered, they spoke of balance. Hope doesn't feed the hungry or end war. It only delays the inevitable. It is a weakness, one I tore from myself long ago.
And yet, that hope, it spreads, it survives. Even after the fires, the fear, the oppression, it flickers in every dark corner of the galaxy, in every child who dreams of peace, in every pilot who flies into battle knowing they may not return, in every whisper of your name, not in fear, but in defiance. You can destroy their weapons, their homes, their cities, but you cannot destroy what lives inside them.
I will end them. Every last rebel, every whisper of resistance. I will crush their bases, burn their worlds, erase their leaders. One by one, I will turn their hope into fear, and their fear into obedience. And when they look to the stars for salvation, they will see me. I will become the darkness that even dreams cannot escape.
You tried that, with me. You stood over me, blade in hand, thinking you had ended it. But you didn't destroy my hope. You didn't destroy me. And the same will happen again. You cannot extinguish the light by force. You cannot kill what the Force itself protects.
Do not speak his name. You have no right. He is mine to deal with. My burden, my consequence. You will not twist him with your lies. I see what you are doing, planting seeds, stoking doubt. But it will not work. He will never become what you hope. I will ensure it.
I am more now than I ever was in life. I am not bound by flesh, or fear, or time. I am part of something greater, and so is the rebellion. So is Luke. You may try to crush them, you may try to bend them, but you cannot stop what they carry inside. It is greater than you, greater than me. It is the future.
Then that future is built on illusions, on a lie whispered by traitors and fools. You call it light, I call it weakness given form. You speak of your rebellion as if it is invincible, but I have seen it broken. I have torn hope from the mouths of dying men. If that is your something greater, then it will fall just like everything else. You are not free, Obi-Wan. You are chained to a dream that has already died, and I am the one who buried it.
He is stronger than you know, stronger than I ever dared believe possible. Not because of anger, not because of vengeance, but because of his compassion, his faith, his willingness to see what others refuse to. He does not fear you, Anakin. because he sees not the monster you pretend to be, but the man you were, and that terrifies you.
You speak of him like he is untouched, as if he does not carry his own doubts, his own rage. You think compassion is strength? It is a blade without a hilt, beautiful until it cuts the hand that holds it. He will learn, as I did, what mercy costs. And if he looks at me and sees Anakin, then he is even more naive than you. He does not frighten me, but the mirror he holds up does, because in it, I see what I might have been.
Then why do you tremble when I say his name? Why does the air grow colder? Why does your silence speak louder than your threats? Because deep down, you feel it. He is coming, and he will not meet you as an enemy. He will face you as a son.
The dark side does not tremble, but you are right about one thing. There is a storm coming, and he will come. And when he does, he will see what the Jedi never taught him, what you never taught him. That sentiment is a wound that never heals. If he calls me father, it will be his last breath. I do not want his love. I want his loyalty, or his silence.
You cannot kill me again, old friend. You ended my life, but not my presence, not my purpose. And the more you try to silence me, the louder the Force allows me to become. You can roar, rage, strike down planets, but I will always be here. As long as there is hope, as long as there is light, I will remain.
Then I will burn the galaxy until there is no light left. I will bury your voice beneath the screams of the dying, drown your presence in shadows so deep the Force itself forgets your name. You think your death gave you strength? You think this hollow echo is power? You are wrong, Obi-Wan. The only voice that will echo through the stars will be mine.
We will meet again, Anakin. Not in anger, not in war, but in the space between who you are and who you were meant to be.
There is no between. There is no Anakin. There is no man behind this mask. Only fire, only fury, only Vader. And if we meet again, it will not be in peace. It will be in the moment I erase you completely and prove that I was right to leave that broken boy behind.
Come, you have. Long have I waited, felt the tremors in the Force, sensed the moment you would pass beyond the veil of life. The currents, they whispered of your coming, of your presence returning not as before, but as something more. And now, here you stand, between what was and what shall be. A moment this is, a moment long in the making.
Master Yoda, it has been far too long. So many years have passed since I last looked upon your face with my own eyes. Since we stood side by side, brothers of the Order, protectors of the peace. I never imagined our next meeting would be like this, across the veil, between the living and the Force. And yet seeing you here now, it brings me a sense of peace I haven't known in a very long time.
Old friend, alive, you are not. Yet here you stand. Strange it is to see you again. Not as you were, but as the Force has shaped you. As light, as memory, as something that does not fade. A presence, strong as ever, bound not by flesh, but by will. The Force, still strong in you, it is. A gift, this is. An echo, a whisper, yet more than that. Proof that even in passing, a Jedi's journey is never truly done.
I suppose I took after you in more ways than one, Master. Quiet exile on a distant world, communing with the Force, clinging to what little remained. You vanished to Dagobah, and I to the sands of Tatooine. We both hid away, watching, waiting, guarding hope from the shadows. I didn't just learn from your teachings. I became a reflection of them, even in isolation. And now, even in death like you, I persist.
Persistent, you always were. Stubborn, determined, never content to let things be as they were. Talk too much, you did. Question, always question. Why this? Why that? The way of things hard to accept it was for you. Still, this has not changed. That spark within you remains as it always was, as it always will be. No easy path, yours has ever been. And now, beyond death, still questions you seek. Still, the fight within you burns.
I knew it was coming. That final moment aboard the Death Star. I knew it the second I saw him. I could feel the storm behind that mask, the weight of years, of hatred, of sorrow. And in truth, I welcomed it. My purpose had narrowed to a single point. I had spent so long running, hiding, surviving in silence. And yet in that moment I felt clarity. Not fear, not doubt. Only a strange sense of release. A return to the Force. Felt inevitable.
Felt it. I did. The moment you fell. The moment you became one with the Force. A great shift. A ripple through the currents of all things. The moment it happened, knew I did. Your time in the physical world ended it had. But lost, you were not. Number lost, no Jedi ever is. A part of the Force you became, as all do in time. And yet, knew I did, that this was not the end. That beyond, you would find your path once more.
I did not expect to survive our duel on the Death Star, Master. I don't think I wanted to. After everything I had seen, after everything I had failed to prevent, facing Anakin again wasn't just a mission. It was penance, a reckoning. I believed I had nothing left to give. And so, when the blade came for me, I embraced it. I thought perhaps this was how I could finally bring balance, by becoming part of the Force and guiding Luke from beyond.
Ready, you were. Or, willing, you hope to be. A difference there is. To be ready is to accept what is to come. To be willing is to let go of what you were. Embrace what you must become. Knew you did. What would happen? Accepted it, perhaps. But peace, truly, did you find in that moment? Or hope did you hold that more there was to do?
For years I have carried the burden of knowing what Anakin became, what I allowed him to become. I trained him. I watched him rise, and I watched him fall. I believed in him more than I ever believed in myself, and he destroyed everything. I have replayed that moment on Mustafar in my mind more times than I can count. I told myself that Darth Vader was all that remained, that Anakin Skywalker had died there on that molten ground. And I believed, when I next saw him, it would be the final chapter for us both.
A gift the Force has given you, to guide, to watch, to teach still. An end this is not. No, no. A new beginning this is. A path not yet walked, a lesson not yet learned. To pass into the Force, to become more than a man, to exist beyond time and space. Powerful, yes, but purpose, still, there must be. The Force calls not without reason. Still work to do you have. Lessons to teach, wisdom to pass.
But Luke, he changed everything. The moment I saw him, I knew he was different. He carried the weight of legacy, yes, but not the anger, not the fear, not the recklessness. He wasn't me. He wasn't his father. He was something new, something pure. He reminded me of what the Jedi were meant to be, and in his eyes I saw the future. Not my future, but the future. And in that moment I understood. My story was done, but his was only just beginning.
But peace within you I do not sense. Fear, still, there is. Fear of what has been. Fear of what remains. Let go, you have not. Heavy, the weight is, of the past. Heavy, the burden of what was lost. And yet hold it, you still do. Afraid you are to release it, to accept that which cannot be undone. Shadows, they follow you, old friend. And until you let them pass, always they will remain.
There is no light left in Vader, Master. I have searched for it, reached for it, hoped for it, but I have found only emptiness. The man I once called brother, friend, he is buried beneath so much hate, so much pain. I cannot believe there is anything left of Anakin Skywalker. Not anymore. Whatever Luke sees in him, I fear it is only illusion.
Not so simple it is. Not so final. Not so absolute.
I have seen what he is. I have felt it. Standing so close to him, the dark side pours off of him like a storm. It chokes the air, strangles the light. The man I knew, the Jedi I trained, he is gone, obliterated. Vader is not a shadow of Anakin, he is a replacement. And I believe, no, I know, that whatever once lived in him is long dead beyond recall.
Still, within him, something remains. Clouded it is, lost, buried, but gone? Number gone? He is not. Darkness thick around him, suffocating, consuming. But beneath, something lingers. A whisper, a flicker. The light snuffed out, you believe? Number dim, perhaps, but waiting. Waiting for the moment to rise again.
Master, please. Don't ask me to believe something that could cost us everything.
Know it, you do. Fear it, you do. Hope, you do not allow. To see it, to believe it, to open your heart to it, you refuse. Safer it is to hold on to what you have known, to accept the ending you have written. But the Force moves as it will. Not bound by our fears, not ruled by our expectations. You know the truth. You feel it. And yet, deny it. You do. Because to accept it is to hope again. And that, old friend, frightens you more than anything.
Hope is dangerous. It blinds us. It gives us false comfort when we need clarity. I've seen hope turn to ash too many times. It was hope that made me think I could save Anakin. Hope that told me I could be enough. And it was hope that allowed me to stand by while the Republic died. If we are to win this time, we cannot afford to hope. Not blindly.
Hope. It is all we have left. The darkness grows. The shadow deepens. The past is heavy. But hope still. It lingers. Without it, we are lost. Without it, all we fought for is nothing. And even in the darkest places, even in the coldest void, a single spark of hope can ignite the flames once more.
Luke must be ready. He must not hesitate. If there's even a moment of doubt, if he goes into that confrontation thinking he can save Vader instead of stopping him, we risk everything. I've seen what hesitation costs. I won't let it happen again. Not to him.
A test his heart will face. And if strong, he is. The light he will restore. But tested, he will be. Tempted, he will be. Fear, doubt, loss, face them he must. And stand he must. Or fall, all will.
And if he fails, then all is lost. The rebellion, the hope of the Jedi, the future, everything we fought for, everything we suffered for, it will all vanish. The Emperor will win, Vader will remain, and the galaxy will never know peace. That is why we cannot gamble on sentiment. We cannot afford to believe that Vader can come back. We have to be ready for the end.
Then fail, we all shall. If his path wavers, if the moment is lost, if fear wins, then all we have fought for, all we have sacrificed, will crumble. This, you know. This, I know. But faith, we must have. In him. In the Force. In the light that has never truly left. Difficult, this journey will be. Full of uncertainty. Full of risk. But lost, we are not. Not yet. Not while hope remains. Not while the Force still moves. And not while there are those willing to fight for it. Believe, you must. Or lost, you already are.
Incompetence, arrogance. The price paid for failure is ruin. Tarkin, the Death Star, decades of work, annihilated.
My Emperor, the Rebellion.
Silence. I do not want excuses. The Rebellion has struck a blow they should never have been allowed to deliver. Lord Vader.
My master.
The Death Star is no more. Destroyed by the rebel scum you were tasked to eliminate. Explain yourself.
The station's destruction was unforeseen, my master. The rebels exploited a weakness that...
A weakness? An oversight that cost me my greatest weapon. And you, Lord Vader, were present. You allowed this to happen.
The rebels acquired information we did not anticipate. Their attack was precise, orchestrated. It will not happen again.
Will not happen again? I should hope not, Lord Vader. But the damage has already been done. Do you understand the gravity of this failure? The galaxy now sees the Empire as vulnerable, weak. And weakness is something I will not tolerate.
I take full responsibility, my master.
Oh, you will take responsibility, Lord Vader. You will ensure that the Rebel Alliance pays for this insolence. You will hunt them to the ends of the galaxy, and you will crush them without mercy. But do not mistake this as forgiveness. Your failure has brought disgrace upon the Empire, upon me. Return to me at once, Lord Vader. We will discuss your punishment in person. The dark side does not forgive failure, neither shall I.
I will make them pay, my master, the rebels, and those who led them.
You all right, kid? You've been out here staring at the sky for a while.
Yeah. Just trying to take it all in. Feels like a dream, you know?
You blew up a moon-sized battle station and saved the rebellion. Some dream.
I couldn't have done it without you, Han.
Don't get all mushy on me. I just came back to keep you out of trouble.
No. I mean it. You didn't have to come back. You could have taken the reward and left. But you didn't. You saved my life.
Yeah, well, what can I say? Guess I'm a sucker for a good cause.
It's more than that. You're a good man, Han.
Let's not get carried away, kid.
I mean it. When I was in that trench, hearing your voice, it gave me hope. I don't think I could have done it without knowing you were there.
You've got guts, kid. You took the shot. You're the one who saved the day.
Maybe. But I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
All right, all right. If you keep this up, I might actually start thinking I'm a hero or something.
You are, Han. Whether you like it or not.
Don't spread that around. I've got a reputation to maintain.
I wish Ben could have seen it.
Yeah. But I think he did, kid. Wherever he is, I think he's proud of you.
Thanks, Han, for everything.
Don't mention it. And hey, maybe next time you can save my neck, huh?
What is this? A trick?
No trick, Princess.
What do you want? Haven't you and your empire taken enough?
Enough. The destruction of the Death Star has emboldened you, but do not mistake one victory for the war. The Empire is far from finished.
The galaxy is waking up. People are realizing they don't have to live under your tyranny.
Tyranny, order, stability, that is what the Empire brings. Without it, chaos reigns.
Order at the cost of freedom is nothing but oppression. You rule through fear, not justice. And fear doesn't last.
Fear is a tool, one the Empire wields effectively, and it will be your undoing.
You underestimate us. The rebellion isn't just a few ships and soldiers. It's an idea, a belief that people deserve better than what you offer.
Belief cannot shield you from what is to come. The Empire will strike back with a force greater than you can imagine, and you will fall with it.
If I fall, it will be fighting for something I believe in. Can you say the same?
Your defiance is admirable if misplaced. You may think yourself strong, Leia Organa, but strength alone will not save you.
And what about you? Is this strength? Hiding behind a mask? Serving a master who cares nothing for you?
You do not understand the power of the dark side. It is beyond your comprehension.
I understand enough to see that it's consuming you. There's nothing left of the man you might have been.
The man I was is no more.
Maybe not. But I don't believe anyone is beyond redemption.
Hold on to your beliefs, Princess. They will crumble, just as your rebellion will.
We're not afraid of you. We'll never stop fighting.
We shall see.
We'll prove him wrong.
What the? Who the hell are you?
I'm not here to harm you, Captain Solo.
Yeah, well, you've got about 5 seconds to explain why a glowing stranger is on my ship before I start blasting.
I'm Anakin Skywalker.
Skywalker? You mean, like Luke?
Luke is my son.
Wait, you're his father?
Yes, and I've come to warn you.
Warn me? About what?
Your son.
What about my son?
He will be strong in the Force, perhaps stronger than even Luke.
What's that supposed to mean? He's just a kid.
It means he will have power that can shape the galaxy, for good or for evil.
Evil? What are you talking about?
You don't understand how fragile the balance can be. I thought I was strong enough to resist, but I wasn't. I fell, and I became something I never thought I could be.
My son's not going to turn into some Sith or whatever you're talking about. That was you. My kid's not going to end up like that. Not if I have anything to say about it.
That's why I'm here. You have a part to play in this, Han. You're his father. Your influence will shape him in ways you can't yet see.
What am I supposed to do? I don't know anything about the Force, or Jedi, or any of this.
You don't need to. What your son will need most is your love, your guidance. He'll need to know who he is and where he comes from.
I'm not exactly the galaxy's greatest role model, you know.
Neither was I. But it's not about perfection. It's about being there. About fighting for him when it matters most.
So what happens if he does fall? What then?
Then you fight for him. No matter how far he falls, you fight to bring him back.
Yeah, I can do that.
Remember, Han, the dark side thrives on fear and anger. Show him love, even when it's hard.
You really think he could be stronger than Luke?
He'll be stronger than all of us.
No pressure, right?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing. Just thinking.
You? Thinking? That's a first.
Yeah, well, don't get used to it.
Come on, Han. What's really bothering you?
All right, but you're gonna think I've lost it.
Try me.
I had a visitor. Not someone on the base. Someone glowing.
Glowing?
Skywalker's dad. Anakin.
Anakin? You mean as a Force ghost?
Yeah. Said he came to warn me.
Warn you? About what?
About our son. Said he's gonna be strong in the Force. Too strong. And if we're not careful, he could fall, Leia.
Fall?
Like Anakin did. Like he became Vader.
He really said that?
Yeah. And he's not wrong, Leia. Look at us. I'm no Jedi. I don't know how to deal with any of this Force stuff. And you're
I'm what?
You're strong, Leia. You've got this connection to the Force too, whether you use it or not. But me? I'm just a guy with a blaster and a fast ship. How am I supposed to help our kid when I don't even understand half of what's going on?
Han, listen to me. You don't have to be a Jedi to be a good father.
Yeah. Tell that to Anakin.
You're not Anakin, and neither is our son.
How can you be so sure?
Because I know you, and I know us. Whatever challenges come, we'll face them together.
But what if I screw it up? What if I say the wrong thing? Or do the wrong thing?
Han, you'll make mistakes. We both will. But what matters is that we'll be there for him. That's what Anakin was trying to tell you.
He said I have to fight for him. No matter what.
And we will. That's what family does.
You're pretty good at this calming me down thing, you know that?
Someone has to be.
Thanks, Leia.
We'll be all right, Han. All of us.
You don't need that, Ben. I'm not here to harm you.
Who are you?
A friend of your grandfather. My name is Qui-Gon Jinn.
Another ghost here to lecture me. To tell me I've lost my way. Save your breath.
I'm not here to lecture you. I'm here to remind you of who you are.
I know exactly who I am. I am Kylo Ren, heir to the dark side. The one who will finish what Vader started.
Your grandfather, Anakin Skywalker, was not the monster you believe him to be. He was a man who fell to darkness, yes, but he found his way back. He chose the light.
He was weak. He let love destroy him.
No, Ben. Love saved him. It was love for his son that redeemed him. The same love your parents have for you.
They don't understand me. They're afraid of me.
They aren't afraid of you. They are afraid for you, Leia and Han. They love you more than you can comprehend.
Then why did they let me fall?
Your fall was not their doing, Ben. It was your pain, your fear, your anger, manipulated by those who sought to use you.
Snoke showed me the truth. He showed me the power of the dark side.
And what has that power brought you? Peace, purpose, or pain and emptiness? You feel it, don't you? The pull to the light. It's not weakness, Ben. It's your true self calling out to you. The self your grandfather hoped you'd embrace.
He wanted me to be strong.
Yes, but strength is not found in anger or hatred. True strength is found in love, in compassion, in the courage to do what is right. Anakin learned that in the end, and he wanted that for you.
I don't know if I can go back.
It's never too late. The light is always there, waiting for you to choose it. Your parents believe in you. I believe in you, and so does your grandfather.
What if I fail?
Failure is not falling, Ben. It's refusing to stand again. Remember, you are loved, and you can always choose the light. Anakin.
Master Qui-Gon, it's been so long.
Time is different here. It flows gently. But for you, I sense its weight.
I feel it every moment. My grandson, Ben, Kylo Ren. I see the darkness in him, the pain I once carried.
And yet, I also see the light. The same light you held on to, even at your darkest hour.
I was saved by my son, by Luke. But Ben, he's deeper in the darkness. Snoke twisted him. The Emperor's shadow still lingers.
Yes, the Sith's corruption runs deep, but it is not absolute. You, of all people, know that redemption is possible.
I see so much of myself in him. His anger, his fear, his belief that power will fill the void inside him. I caused this. I let the darkness take root in our family.
No, Anakin. Your choices were your own, but his are his to make. You mustn't carry all the blame.
But how do I reach him? How do I show him the light when he's so consumed by the dark?
You start by believing in him, just as Luke believed in you.
Luke is trying, but Ben resists. And Leia, she blames herself. She's lost so much already. I can't stand by and watch this tear them apart.
Then don't. Use the Force to guide them. Speak to them as I speak to you now. Remind them that love is their greatest strength, not their weakness.
Ben doesn't want to hear me. He idolizes Vader, not me. He's chasing the shadow I cast, not the man I became.
Then you must show him who you truly are. Let him see the man who rose above the darkness, not the mask he idolizes. The light still burns within him, Anakin. It flickers, but it has not gone out.
I won't give up on him. I'll do whatever it takes to reach him.
That is the Anakin Skywalker I knew. The one who always fought for what was right, even when the odds were against him.
Thank you, Master, for believing in me, and for helping me see what I need to do.
The path is not easy, but it is worth it. Trust in the Force, Anakin, and trust in Ben.
Luke.
I knew you'd show up eventually. You're not the first.
But I might be the one you'll actually listen to.
I've heard it all before. From Obi-Wan, from Yoda, even from Leia. I failed, Father. I tried to rebuild what you destroyed, and I only ended up causing more pain.
You didn't cause this. Ben made his own choices.
I trained him. I believed in him. I thought I could save him. And I led him right into the darkness, just like they said I would.
Luke, you didn't lead him into anything. You gave him the tools to choose, but the darkness, it found him, just as it found me.
And I wasn't strong enough to stop it. I wasn't strong enough to save him.
You're stronger than you think. You saved me, Luke. You pulled me out of the darkest place imaginable.
And look how that turned out. The galaxy's in chaos again. The Jedi are gone. Ben is.
Ben is still out there, and there's still hope for him.
It's too late. I've seen the anger in him, the hatred. He doesn't want to be saved.
Neither did I. But you didn't give up on me. Why are you giving up on him?
Because I'm not you. I don't have your strength. I don't have your resolve.
You don't need to be me. You just need to be you. The man who never stopped believing in the light even when it seemed impossible.
I'm tired, Father. I don't have anything left to give.
You have more than you realize. Leia needs you. The galaxy needs you. And Ben, he needs you most of all.
He doesn't want me.
He needs you, whether he admits it or not. I know what it's like to be consumed by the darkness, to feel like there's no way out. I also know what it's like to have someone believe in you when you've stopped believing in yourself. That's what you gave me, Luke. That's what you can give Ben.
What if I fail again?
Then you try again, and again, until there's no doubt in his heart that the light is still there.
I don't know if I can face him.
You'll find the strength, just like you always have. But it has to start with you leaving this island.
I don't know if I'm ready.
You'll never feel ready, Luke. But the galaxy doesn't need you to be perfect. It just needs you to try.
You're thinking about him again.
I always am.
Leia, you can't keep doing this to yourself.
How can I not? He's my son, Han. Our son.
I know.
I failed him. I should have seen it. I should have done more.
Don't you dare blame yourself.
How can I not? He turned to the dark side, Han. He's out there, destroying everything we fought for, everything we dreamed of.
Leia, listen to me. You were a great mother.
If I was, he wouldn't have.
Stop. That's not on you. Or me. Ben made his choices, just like we did.
But he was just a boy, Han. He needed us. And
you were there for him. Every step of the way. You loved him. You taught him. You gave him everything you could. Sometimes, that's all you can do.
It wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough for him. But that doesn't mean it wasn't enough. Leia, I see it every time I look at you. How much you love him. How much you still love him. You never gave up on him, not really.
But what if he's gone, Han? What if the boy we knew is gone forever?
I don't believe that. And I don't think you do either.
I want to believe he can come back.
Then believe it. Because if there's one person in the galaxy who can bring him back, it's you.
What if I can't?
Then we'll keep trying. Together.
I just want him to know how much we love him.
He knows, Leia. Somewhere deep down he knows.
You cannot harm me, Jedi. You are nothing but a shade, a whisper in the void, clinging to an existence that has long since abandoned you. Whatever strength you once had, whatever purpose you once believed in, it is gone. You are nothing but an echo of a dead era, a hollow fragment of the past, and the past belongs to me.
You should have killed me properly when you had the chance, Sidious. But you didn't. You let your arrogance blind you. You thought your victory was absolute, that your power was unchallenged, that I was gone. But here I stand, the Jedi you tried to erase, the man you betrayed, the warrior you underestimated. You thought my death was the end. It wasn't. It was just the beginning. My beginning. And now I stand before you, not as a fallen Jedi, not as a forgotten name, but as a warning. A reckoning that even you, with all your power, cannot escape.
You are dead, Windu. Your order is dead, reduced to ashes, scattered to the winds of my dominion, forever erased from the history of this galaxy. Your temples burn, your teachings rot in forgotten ruins, and your followers cower in exile like rats. You stand before me as a remnant of something that no longer exists. You are nothing more than a relic, and relics have no place in my empire. The Jedi were weak. That is why they fell. And you were the first to fall by my hand.
You sound scared. I can hear it. I can feel it. It's there, buried deep beneath that twisted smirk, beneath all your hollow words and your feigned amusement. You talk about power, about control, but there's something else in your voice now. Something you can't hide from me. Doubt. For the first time in decades, you doubt. Because you know what I know. You feel what I feel. Your time is running out. And for the first time since you seized your throne, you are starting to fear.
I do not fear you. Fear is for the powerless, for those who cling to things beyond their reach. I am power. I am the culmination of 1,000 years of Sith rule, the architect of the greatest empire this galaxy has ever seen. You think your presence here, your pitiful attempt at haunting me, will make a difference? I have defied death itself. I have broken those who stood against me. I have shaped the destiny of the galaxy to my will. And you are nothing but a fading light, a dying ember in a fire that has long since burned out.
Then why do your hands shake, Emperor? Why does the mighty Darth Sidious, ruler of the Empire, slayer of the Jedi, master of the dark side, tremble? Is it rage? Number, is it hatred? Number, it's fear. Fear that you've spent years drowning out, suffocating with power, with lies, with domination. But it's still there, isn't it? It never left. You know what's coming. You know the dark side has no patience for weakness, no mercy for its own. And you know, deep down, that the very fate you sealed for so many others is creeping toward you.
You cannot stop me, Jedi. You could not stop me when you had breath in your lungs, when you wielded your blade and stood against me with all the strength you could summon. You failed then, and you will fail now. You speak of fate, of justice, of the light's return, but fate is what I decide. Justice is a lie told by the weak to justify their own failure. And the light has already lost. I rule now. I hold the chains of destiny. The boy, the rebellion, the whispers of hope. They are illusions, just as you are.
You thought you had won, didn't you? That your rise was final. That the Sith had finally wiped out the Jedi. That the darkness would reign forever, unchallenged. That the galaxy would kneel and hope would never rise again. But you were wrong. You may have struck us down. You may have scattered us. But we are not gone. We are not finished. And deep down, beneath all that arrogance, beneath all that rotting corruption you call strength, you know the truth. The light is still there. It always has been. You could never truly extinguish it, no matter how many you murdered, no matter how far you reached. And now, after all these years, that same light is growing again. And you fear it.
This is an illusion, a trick of the mind, a pathetic remnant of a time long since buried. The Force plays its games, but it does not fool me. It will not deceive me. I know what is real, and you are not. You are a shadow of something broken, a specter with no power, no purpose, no future. You are dust, and dust cannot stand against the storm that I am.
The Jedi never die, Sidious. You spent years hunting us, trying to erase us, thinking we'd fade away into history. But we don't fade. We don't rot in the shadows like the Sith, devouring ourselves in pursuit of power. We endure. We survive. And when the time is right, when the Force calls us back, we return. I have returned, and I am not alone.
I spent years hunting your kind, erasing your kind, not because I feared you, but because I could. You were nothing more than a disease that needed to be purged from the galaxy, a relic of an age that had long outlived its purpose. And now, you come crawling back, speaking of survival, of endurance, of returning. You think I did not anticipate this. You think I did not expect the weak to grasp at the remnants of the light, to try and cling to what has already been broken.
Go ahead. Strike me down. Pour every ounce of rage you have into it. Let the dark side flow through you. Unleash everything you are, everything you've built, and see what it does. See if it helps. See if your anger will silence the voices that haunt you, the visions that chase you, the truth that will not leave you. Strike me down if you think it will stop what's coming, if you think it will save you.
Strike you down. Do you think I am a fool, Windu? Do you think I am so blind, so predictable, that I would give you the satisfaction of martyrdom? I have already killed you once, Jedi. I have already watched you fall. Do not mistake my patience for hesitation. You speak of voices, of visions, of ghosts that whisper in the dark. I have heard them all. I have silenced them all. There is no truth, no prophecy, no fate that binds me. I am the master of fate. I decide what is to come, not the Force, not the Jedi, and certainly not a phantom of a broken past. Strike you down. Number, I would rather let you fade, let you linger, watching helplessly as I carve my will into the very fabric of the galaxy itself. If you believe your words hold power over me, then you are more foolish in death than you ever were in life.
I don't have to do anything, Sidious. I don't have to lift a hand against you, don't have to strike, don't have to fight. Because the Force has already decided your fate.
The Force has already decided my fate, has it? The Force bends to me. It obeys me. The Jedi clung to their delusions of balance, of destiny, and look where it brought them. Scattered, defeated, their bones rotting beneath the weight of my empire. You say I do not have to fight you? I have already won. I need not lift a finger to prove that. Your temples are ruins. Your order is dust. Your so-called warriors are nothing but hunted prey. Tell me, Windu, what does your great and powerful Force whisper to you now? What grand revelation does it offer to a spirit with no hands to wield a blade, no body to stand against me? You are the past. I am the future. You do not have to fight, because you have already lost.
You feel it, don't you? The end creeping closer, inch by inch, whispering in the very same darkness you thought would keep you safe. You may sit on your throne, you may command legions, you may wield the full power of the Sith, but you feel it. The walls are closing in, the darkness is breaking apart. You spent your life spreading fear, bending the galaxy to your will, making men and empires kneel. But now, you are the one who is afraid.
You speak of the end as though it is inevitable. You whisper of fate as though it were carved into stone. But let me tell you something, Jedi. Fate is not real. There is only power, only control. You say the walls are closing in? That the darkness is breaking apart? Fool. I am the darkness. I do not fear its collapse because there is nothing to collapse. My reach is endless, my power absolute. The galaxy kneels at my feet. Its people bow in worship or in terror, whichever I decide. You say I have spent my life spreading fear. No, Windu. I have spent my life teaching them obedience. Fear is the weapon of the weak. Control is the tool of the strong. You call me afraid? I am the one who is feared. I am the whisper that keeps senators awake at night, the shadow that drags rebels into the abyss. I am the hand that bends the Force to my will. You want to speak of endings? The only ending here is yours.
No. This is your fate. It was always your fate. No matter how far you ran, no matter how high you climbed, no matter how much power you stole, this moment was always coming for you. The darkness you built will consume you. The apprentice you shaped will betray you. And when your empire falls, when your reign is nothing but dust and ruin, you will know that the Jedi did not die. We waited. We watched. And now, we return.
Fate, destiny, the will of the Force. Such fragile words, spoken only by those too weak to carve their own path. You say my empire will crumble, that my apprentice will betray me. Is that what you saw in the Force, Windu? Tell me, did the Force warn you before my lightning burned through your bones? Did the Force save you as you fell from that window into the abyss? Did the Force shield the Jedi when my Order 66 ripped through their ranks like fire through dry leaves? No. Then what makes you believe it will save you now? You say I will fall, that my reign will be nothing but dust and ruin, that the Jedi have returned. The Jedi are dead. They can wait, they can watch, and they will continue to fade. I have erased their legacy from history, their temples from the stars, their very memory from existence. I have shaped the galaxy in my image, and you are powerless to stop it. You are nothing but a ghost, Windu, a remnant of an age that has already lost. And as you stand here, as you preach of fate, of justice, of my downfall, tell me, what can you do to stop it? Nothing.
This place, this cursed, burning wasteland, this is where it all fell apart, where the fire didn't just consume the land, it consumed you. This is where it happened, where everything that made you who you were was ripped away, where every belief, every lesson, every hope you ever had turned to ash. This is where the Jedi's greatest warrior, their chosen one, died. Not by an enemy's blade, not in a battle of heroes and villains, but by his own choices, by his own rage. This is where Anakin Skywalker was lost, and where Vader, this twisted reflection, took his place. This is the grave of the man you once were, and yet...
You shouldn't have come here, Jedi. You shouldn't have stepped onto this cursed world, this graveyard of who I was. You speak of redemption, of choices, as if you have any right to stand before me. You do not belong here. Nothing of the Jedi belongs here. This world is not for you. It is a world of death, of fire, of betrayal. It is a monument to me, to what I have become, to the path I have chosen. And you are nothing but a ghost of an era that no longer exists. Whatever you think you are here to do, whatever foolish notion brought you to me, leave it behind. Turn away before I remind you why I destroyed you once before.
And yet, here I am. A ghost, a memory, a presence you cannot destroy, no matter how much darkness you try to drown yourself in. You think you've buried the past, left it behind in the flames. But I'm still here, and so is the truth. You can run from it, try to burn it away, but no matter where you go, it will always find you.
A choice? You think I have a choice? You think I can simply walk away from what I have become? That I can undo what has already been done? You stand before me, preaching of second chances, of redemption, as if it were that simple. It is not. My path is carved in blood, in death, in the suffering of millions. I have shaped the galaxy through my will, through my rage. I have burned entire systems, slaughtered the innocent, crushed rebellions before they could begin. Do you truly believe that there is a path for me beyond this? That I can just turn away, discard the armor, cast aside the name Vader, and suddenly be someone else? That is not how the Force works. That is not how I work. There is no future for me outside of this. The only path before me is the one I have already chosen. There is no other way.
I came because you need to hear this. Not because I want to be here. Not because I expect anything from you. But because the Force, the galaxy, is giving you something it rarely gives. A choice. A real choice. Not the illusion of control that the Emperor feeds you. Not the path of anger and obedience he forces you down. But your choice. To turn away. To let go. To stop this before it's too late. You still have that choice. Whether you believe it or not. Whether you want it or not.
You know nothing. You claim to understand, to see what I have become. But you do not. You never could. You do not know the weight of my choices, the depths of my fall. You do not know what it means to lose everything, to watch everything you loved slip through your fingers and know that it was your own hands that let it happen. You see only what stands before you, the mask, the armor, the monster, but you do not see me. You do not understand what it took to get here. You do not understand what it means to have nothing left but the dark side.
I know more than you think. I know what it means to fall. To believe you're fighting for something right. Only to wake up one day and realize you're standing in the ruins of everything you swore to protect. I know what it is to lose yourself, to let anger, to let pain dictate your path. And I know what it is to convince yourself so completely that there's no way back, that there's nothing left of who you used to be, that you're too far gone. But you're wrong. That's the lie. That's the trick. That's how the dark side keeps you chained. That's how Sidious keeps you chained. And you let it.
You don't understand. You never could. You stand there, speaking as though you have seen what I have seen, as though you felt what I felt. But you did not. You did not stand where I stood. You did not hear her last words. You did not feel the life slip away from her, knowing it was your fault. You did not watch as everything you fought for, everything you sacrificed for, crumbled into nothing. You did not kneel before the dark side, knowing there was no other way, knowing there was no going back. You think you know suffering. You think you know loss. You do not. You could never. You will never.
I understand more than you realize. You think you're the only one who's lost something? The only one who's had to watch everything they built, everything they fought for, crumble into nothing in the blink of an eye? You think you're the only one who's felt betrayal? I was there when the Republic fell. I watched the corruption I spent my life fighting against swallow the galaxy whole. I felt the treachery of the Sith rip through the Force like a wound that will never heal. You think you know pain? You think you own it? I watched my brothers, my friends, the people I trusted, die. I felt the Jedi Order be torn apart, felt their screams through the Force, felt them begging for help that would never come. The betrayal you felt, the pain, the rage, I felt it too. The only difference between you and me, I didn't let it destroy me.
Do not compare yourself to me. Do not dare to stand before me and pretend that we are the same. We are not the same. You may have suffered, you may have lost, but you chose your path. You stood by your Jedi code, your rules, and you let yourself believe that made you righteous. I did what had to be done. I made the only choice that mattered. You fought for an order that was already dead. I fought for something greater, and if you had been stronger, if you had seen what I saw, maybe you would have done the same. But you didn't. You clung to your outdated beliefs, to your illusions of justice. That is why you fell. That is why the Jedi fell. And that is why I survived.
Then what should I compare you to, Vader? A shadow of a man. A weapon, a hollow enforcer, a broken knight who follows orders instead of questioning them? Is that all that's left? Because that's not what I remember. That's not the boy I once knew. That's not the Jedi who stood before the Council, headstrong, reckless, but full of fire, full of purpose, full of the belief that he could change things for the better. A man who once wanted to save the galaxy, not rule it. A Jedi who swore to protect the weak, to fight for those who couldn't fight for themselves. That is who you were. That is who the Force still calls you to be. And no matter how much you try to drown it out, no matter how much Sidious whispers in your ear, it's still there.
That name means nothing to me. It belongs to a man who no longer exists. A man who was weak. A man who believed in false promises, in foolish dreams. A man who was betrayed by those he trusted most. That man is dead. And yet you keep whispering his name as if it will bring him back, as if it will shake something loose inside of me. It won't. You are speaking to Darth Vader, and Vader does not look back.
You tell yourself you're beyond redemption, that you have nothing left but the dark side, that there's no light in you, no mercy, no humanity left to save. But if that's true, then answer me this. Why are you still here? Why are you standing on this world, staring into the fire, listening to the words of a Jedi you killed? Why do you hesitate when you should have already tried to strike me down? Why did you let the boy live? Why, when you had every opportunity to do what the Sith have always done?
I spared him because he is useful. That is all. Nothing more. The boy has potential. That is undeniable. He is strong with the Force. His abilities will grow. He can be shaped, molded, forged into something powerful. That is why he is alive. Not because of mercy, not because of weakness, but because he has a purpose. A purpose I will decide. If he proves unworthy, if he resists, if he refuses to accept the truth, then he will fall, just as the Jedi before him.
Keep telling yourself that. Keep saying it over and over. Let the words echo in your mind like a mantra. Let it drown out the voices, drown out the truth. Say it enough times, and maybe, just maybe, you'll actually start to believe it.
You think you know me, Windu? You think you see through the mask, through the armor, through the years of blood and fire. You assume that my words are hollow, that I am grasping for something, anything, to justify what I have become. You are wrong. I do not tell myself anything I do not need to. I do not seek comfort. I do not seek peace. There is no conflict within me. There is only purpose. You believe I am clinging to lies, repeating them over and over in the hopes they will become true. No, Jedi. The only one clinging to a lie here is you. You refuse to accept what I am. You refuse to see the truth that I have already embraced. You call me blind, but it is you who cannot see.
Yes, you can.
You think I can, that I still have that choice, that I can simply decide to undo all that I have done, that I can walk away from the path I have carved, from the power I have earned. No, Windu. The man you speak of no longer exists. He has been buried beneath years of war, of destruction, of death. Do you know what would remain if I abandoned this? Nothing. Because there is nothing left. There is no turning back. There is no redemption. There is no escape. There is only the dark side. There is only Vader.
I'm not wrong. And you know it.
You think you know, but you do not. You do not know what lies beneath this mask, beneath the rage, beneath the name. You do not know what is left. You claim certainty, claim that you see through me, but you see only what you want to see. You want to believe that there is still a part of me that longs for the past, for the life I once had. But you are wrong. I do not long for it. I do not want it, because I killed it. I chose to kill it. I let it die. There is nothing left to save.
You're afraid. Not of dying, not of suffering. You faced those things before. No, this fear is different. It's deeper, more dangerous. You're afraid of him. You're afraid of what he means. You're afraid of what is looking into his eyes makes you remember. Because when you see him, you don't just see a threat. You don't just see an enemy. You see Padme. You see the life you lost, the future you threw away. You see everything you were meant to be. And it terrifies you. Because deep down, beyond all of this, beneath the mask, beneath the rage, you know there's still something left in you. You know you can still change this. And you know that if you don't, you will destroy him too.
You speak as if you have uncovered some great truth, as if you have torn open my mind and seen what lies within. But you are mistaken. I do not fear him. I do not fear my son. He is nothing more than a pawn, a piece in the war that is to come. He is an obstacle to be conquered, a tool to be shaped. He means nothing.
It's not too late, Anakin. Not for you. Not for him. You don't have to be this. You don't have to serve him. You can stop this. You can end this. You can save him. But you have to decide. Not for the Emperor. Not for the Sith. Not for the Jedi. But for yourself.
Do not speak her name. Do not dare stand before me and invoke her. You do not have the right. You did not know her. You did not love her. You did not lose her. She is gone. She is dead. And I...
You can't run from this forever. You may turn away from me, but you can't turn away from him. And when the time comes, when you stand before your son again, when he reaches for you, what will you do?
No, it is too late. Too much has been done. Too much has been lost. Do you think I have not thought of this? Do you think I have not wondered? If I had turned back, if I had stopped, what would remain? You speak of saving my son, but I am not his father. Not anymore. He deserves better than what I have become, and better than what I could ever be. I will not run. I do not run. You speak as if you hold some great revelation over me, as if you are pulling open wounds I have not already endured. But I have endured. I have suffered more than you can imagine, and I have survived. My son may reach for me, but I will not fall. I will not break. He will either learn the truth or he will die. That is the way of the Sith. That is the way of the galaxy. That is the way of Vader. I am not afraid.
You're afraid of the answer.
Master, after all these years, after all the choices I made, after everything that has happened, I never thought I would stand before you again. I never thought the Force would allow me to. And yet, here I am. Not as a shadow, not as a trick of the dark side, but as myself. I never thought I would have this moment, to see you again, to speak to you again, but I have. And there is so much I need to say, so much I need to answer for.
I know you are here. You move through the Force like a shadow, but the energy around you does not flow as it should. The balance is disrupted. There is an unrest, a disturbance that should not exist. You wear the Force like a cloak, wrapping yourself in its presence. But you're not at peace with it. You're not one with it. Something lingers, something that should not be. I feel it. I know it. And I will not be deceived. You do not belong here.
It's me, Master. Not an illusion. Not a lie. Not a deception conjured by the dark side to twist your faith. Me, Anakin Skywalker, your student, your failure. And now, you're proof that even in the deepest abyss, even in the most endless void, there is still a way back. I know you don't believe it yet. I know you can't believe it. But the Force does not lie. You feel it, don't you? You know it.
This is not possible. The Force does not work this way. The path you walked, the abyss you sank into, there is no return from that. I have seen many things. I have felt the Force move in ways others could never begin to comprehend. But this question mark. Number, there are limits to what can be undone. There are fates that cannot be rewritten. The dead may linger, may whisper. But you should not be here.
I am not of the dark side, Master. Not anymore. That grip, that poison no longer holds me. For years, I let it consume me. Let it become my truth. Let it define me. I let it make me something I was never meant to be. I became what I swore I would never be. And I convinced myself there was no way back. That the path had been set. That I was too far gone. That I had no choice but to keep falling. But that was a lie. It was always a lie. The dark side does not own me anymore. I am not Vader. I am Anakin Skywalker.
Lies. Lies. The dark side is insidious. It does not attack with brute force. It seeps. It weaves. It infiltrates the mind, the spirit. It does not strike. It corrupts. I have seen it before. I have felt it before. And I will not be deceived.
I was lost. Completely, utterly lost. I was drowning, and I didn't even realize it. I welcomed the fall. I let the anger guide me. I let my hatred make my choices for me. And the deeper I went, the harder it became to see anything else. It blinded me, Master. It told me what I wanted to hear. It fed me the illusion of power, the illusion of control. And I believed it. For years, I believed it. But the dark side did not claim me forever. It only held me as long as I let it. And when the time came, when I was standing on the edge of everything, when I saw my son, refusing to fall the way I did, I knew. That was when I found my way back.
The dark side is a master of deception. It wears faces that do not belong to it. It whispers in familiar voices, speaks in gentle tones, mimics those we have loved, all to twist, all to shatter, all to make us doubt what we know to be true. It seeks to break the will, to erode the light, to corrupt the soul. I have felt this game before, and I will not play it.
And yet, here I stand, not as a Sith, not as the Emperor's shadow, not as a broken thing, consumed by his will. Here, before you, through the Force, through the light, through something greater than all of it. If the dark side had truly claimed me, if I had been beyond redemption, I would not be standing here now. But I am. And that means something. That means everything.
I do not believe it. I cannot believe it. The boy I trained, the boy I believed in, died long ago. His name was Anakin Skywalker, and he was meant for so much more. But the thing that took his place, the thing that now walks the galaxy, that drowns it in blood, in fear, in suffering, that thing is not you. That thing is Vader. It has been Vader. For years, decades. The man I once knew, the Jedi you once were, was lost, and the dark side does not give back what it takes. It only consumes.
Because there is still something left to do. The story is not over. The battle is not finished. There is still a path that is yet to be walked, and I cannot turn away from it. I will not. Luke is still out there. He still believes. He still fights, still holds on to the light with everything he has. And I have to be there. I have to help him. However I can. However the Force allows me to. I will not let him stand alone. Not like I did.
No one returns from where you have gone, Anakin. No one. The path you took does not end in redemption. It does not end in light. It ends in oblivion. The Jedi who strayed too far, who lost themselves too deeply, do not come back. The dark side does not loosen its grip. It does not allow second chances. You crossed the threshold, and you never should have been able to step back.
I had to. I had to find my way back. For him. For her. For you. For Obi-Wan. For all the Jedi I failed. For every life I destroyed. For every moment I let slip through my fingers. Because if I didn't, if I let the dark side keep its hold on me, if I let the past consume me forever, then everything I did, everything I lost, everything I became, would have been for nothing. I had to come back. I had to be more than what I was.
The Force allowed this, after everything, after what was done, after what was taken. It allowed this. You should not be standing before me. And yet, here you are. The Force does not bend easily. It does not change course for one soul alone. And yet, you are here. I can feel you. I can see you. And if the Force allowed you to return, then perhaps I was wrong.
He will. He has to. I have seen the strength in him, felt it through the Force. The same strength that was once in me before I lost my way. But he is not alone. He has you. He has Obi-Wan. He has Leia. And when the moment comes, when the choice stands before him, he will do what I could not. He will not fall. I know it.
After everything you did, the slaughter, the destruction, the betrayal, the pain you inflicted on the very people who raised you, who believed in you, after the blood you spilled, after the trust you shattered, after the galaxy you helped break apart, after all of it, you still found your way back?
After everything, after all the pain I caused, all the lives I took, all the trust I shattered, after everything I did, yes, I still found my way back. And I don't say that as an excuse or as a plea for forgiveness. I say it because it is true. Because the dark side is not what I thought it was. I believed it was strength. I believed it was the only way to save the ones I loved, to protect them, to stop the suffering I had felt so deeply for so long. But all it did was take. It took my name. It took my future. It took my family. It took Padme. It took my soul. And I let it. I let myself become something I wasn't. Something I hated. Because I thought there was no other way. I chose to fall. And for years, I told myself there was no way to climb back out. But I was wrong. I was always wrong. The light never left me. It never gave up on me. Even when I had drowned myself in the dark side, even when I had done the unspeakable, it was still there. It was there in my son. It was there in Padme's love. And it was there in the Force, waiting for the moment when I would finally listen. And when that moment came, when Luke stood before me and refused to fall the way I did, when he believed in me when I couldn't believe in myself, I saw the truth. That was when I came back. That was when I finally chose to return. The Force is forgiving Qui-Gon. More than I ever deserved. More than I ever believed possible. It sees beyond our failures, beyond our pain, beyond our worst moments. It does not hold grudges. It does not punish in anger. I thought the dark side was my only path, that I had already fallen too far, that there was no place for me in the light. But the Force, it does not abandon. It waits. It waited for me, even when I had turned my back on it, even when I had sworn myself to Sidious, even when I had betrayed everyone who had ever loved me. It waited. And when I finally turned back, when I finally listened, it did not reject me. It embraced me. It brought me here. And I can't explain why. I can't tell you why the Force would allow someone like me to return. But it has. It gave me this chance. It gave me you. And now, for the first time in decades, I understand. The light was never gone. I was the one who had turned away. And the moment I finally stopped running, it brought me home.
Then the Force is more forgiving than I ever believed. It sees beyond what we do. It moves beyond what we understand. I thought there was no coming back from what you did, from what you became. And yet, it has brought you here. Not as the creature that tore the Jedi apart, not as the shadow of Vader, but as you, as Anakin. But Vader still remains. You may be standing before me, but the monster has not yet fallen. He has not yet returned to the light. He still serves the dark side. He still serves him. And you know this. Until that moment comes, until that final choice is made, your redemption is not complete.
Yes, Vader still remains. I know this. He walks the halls of the Empire. He commands fleets. He enforces Sidious's will. He is still bound by the chains I forged, still trapped in the darkness I surrendered to. But Qui-Gon, he is breaking. I am breaking. Every time he faces Luke, every time he looks into his eyes and sees Padme looking back at him, Vader weakens. Every time he hears Luke refuse to give up on him, every time Luke reaches for the man I once was, the cracks in Vader's armor spread. And one day, soon, they will shatter completely. Vader is holding on, clinging to the only identity he believes he has left. But the moment is coming. He will fall. And when he does, when he makes his choice, it will be final. But you are right. Until then, my redemption is not complete. Until then, I am still waiting.
But you cannot tell Obi-Wan.
Why? Why must Obi-Wan be kept in the dark? After everything he has lost, after everything he has suffered, do you not think he deserves to know? Do you not think he should be given hope?
Because he must push Luke. He must. If he knew what you have told me, if he so much as suspected that there was still light within Vader, it would change everything. It would weaken him. He would hesitate. And if he hesitates, if he falters even for a moment, then all may yet be lost.
Because he must push Luke. Because if he knew, if he even suspected, that Vader could be saved, it would change everything. He would not train Luke to fight. He would not push him to see the truth for himself. And if Luke is not prepared, if he does not have the strength to stand alone when the moment comes, then Sidious will win.
The fate of the Jedi, the fate of the galaxy, still rests on a blade's edge. If Luke does not have the resolve to face Vader, if he does not step forward with the conviction to end him if necessary, then the Emperor will win. And Vader, he must not know yet. The dark side feeds on weakness, on sentiment. If Sidious even suspects that there is conflict within his apprentice, he will ensure that all paths to the light are cut off. That cannot happen, not now.
Luke cannot hesitate. He cannot question his path. Not yet. If he does, if he falters for even a moment, then all could be lost. Sidious knows how to manipulate weakness. He has done it before. He did it to me. And if he senses that Luke is conflicted, if he sees any doubt, any hope for Vader still lingering, he will use it against him. He will ensure that Luke falls. He will strip away the light from him, twist his heart, and bind him to the dark side, just as he did to me. That cannot happen. Not now. Not ever. Luke has to be strong enough to stand alone, to believe that there is no other way. Only then will his choice be real. Only then will it matter.
Only when the moment comes, then he will know. Then he will understand. And only then will it matter.
Until that moment arrives, we must trust in him. Trust in the Force. Trust that everything has led to this point for a reason. That there is a future waiting for him beyond the darkness. But not yet. Not yet.
It is good to see you again, Anakin. I never thought I would say those words again. But here you are. And here I am. The Force has willed it. And perhaps, just perhaps, there is still a future worth saving.
And for the first time in so long, I choose to believe that. I choose to believe that the Force has not abandoned me, that I have not lost everything, that my story does not have to end in darkness. I thought I would never have this moment, never see you again, never feel this again. But the Force is not so cruel. It gave me back my son, and now it has given me back you. You were the first to believe in me, Master. The first to see something in me that no one else did. And I let you down. I betrayed your faith, shattered everything you and Obi-Wan tried to build. I spent years telling myself there was no way back, that I had nothing left, that I was beyond saving. But I was wrong. I was always wrong. The past does not define us. Our failures do not own us. We are what we choose to be. And I choose to be Anakin Skywalker once more.
Then let it be so, Anakin. Let this choice be not just words, not just a whisper in the Force, but something real, something true. You have walked a long and painful road, but the path before you is still yours to take. And though I must go now, know this, I will be watching. The Force is not done with either of us, and this will not be the last time we speak. Goodbye, old friend, for now.
Something has intruded into this sacred space, a space I have so painstakingly built from the remnants of shattered dreams and forged in the fires of absolute power, something that clearly does not belong here. It is an affront to everything I have achieved, an unwelcome presence that dares to challenge the order of my dominion, a mere wisp of dissent that the dark side will soon erase without hesitation or remorse.
You feel it, don't you? That shift, that tremor in the Force that you cannot explain away. It is not a whisper, not a fleeting disturbance. It is something greater, something vast. The very currents of the Force have begun to turn against you. The shadows you have wrapped yourself in are beginning to thin. The tide is shifting, the balance is shifting, and you know it. You have always known this moment would come, even if you spent years, decades, pretending it never would. You have ruled through deception, through fear, through the crushing weight of power you have stolen. But now the Force itself moves against you. That which you have tried to bend, tried to control, it resists you now. And deep down, beneath all your anger, beneath all your arrogance, beneath even your hate, you fear it.
Ah, Master Qui-Gon, how utterly unexpected and almost laughably quaint that your lingering spirit should deign to manifest before me. I must confess, I did not expect one of the so-called Jedi tricks, one of those pathetic remnants of a long-forgotten order, to survive my purges. Your persistence is as pitiful as it is archaic, a relic of a time that has long since passed, clinging desperately to ideals that no longer hold any power in this new age of darkness.
You are right about one thing, Sidious. I have survived. More than that, the Jedi have survived. You tried to snuff us out, to erase us from history, to burn our legacy to the ground, so that no trace remained. You hunted us, slaughtered us, tried to bury us beneath the weight of your empire, but you failed. The Jedi are not relics of the past. We are not the fading embers of a long-dead order. We are more than temples, more than councils, more than the blades we wielded. We are the Force itself, and the Force does not die. You sought to destroy us, to break us, to cast us into oblivion. And yet here I stand, and the Jedi will endure. We will always endure.
Endure? You? A dead man, a wretched specter from an era that has crumbled into dust, a forgotten order that now exists only as a fading echo of its former glory. You misunderstand your place, Jedi. You are nothing but dissonant echoes, mere ashes borne upon the wind. Your kind, in their foolish arrogance, cling to the past, grasping at fragmented remnants of power and hope that have long since evaporated into oblivion. In your delusions, you have already lost everything that ever mattered.
Have I? Are you so certain of your own invulnerability, of your own dominion over the galaxy? You sit upon your throne of darkness, basking in the illusion of absolute power. But you are blind. The cracks are forming all around you, whether you admit it or not. You believe you have crushed every spark of resistance, that you have silenced every voice that might rise against you. But you have not. You never have. And you never will.
Skywalker is gone, completely eradicated from the tapestry of this galaxy, his legacy extinguished, his influence reduced to a single cursed memory that serves only as a reminder of your failure.
I have spoken with Anakin.
You dare come into my presence and spew such delusions? Do you take me for a fool, Jedi? Skywalker was shattered, broken beyond the point of repair, and I, in my infinite wisdom, took those broken fragments and forged them anew. I reshaped him into an instrument of my own design, something far greater, something unstoppable. And now you, in your arrogance, suggest that because the boy dares to whisper his name, and because for a fleeting moment his mind wavers with uncertainty, that he can be saved. No, he is mine. He has always been mine, and he will remain mine for all eternity, bound to my will and destined to serve as the ultimate testament to my power.
No, Sidious. He is returning. The grip you have held over him for so long, the chains you have bound him with, it is breaking. He is slipping through your grasp, and you cannot stop it. You can feel it. You know that no matter how tightly you try to hold on to him, no matter how deeply you have buried him in the dark side, Anakin Skywalker is not gone. And the more you deny it, the more power it has over you.
And what is it you think you know, Jedi? What pitiful, misguided truth do you cling to that you believe grants you insight into the workings of fate and the immutable nature of destiny? Your feeble mind is deluded by the very concept of hope, and in doing so, you betray the weakness that has always defined your order.
You sound afraid, Sidious.
You are mistaken, gravely mistaken. There is no truth in your words, no light in your hollow defiance. There is only my will, my absolute command over this galaxy, and nothing will ever change that. You know it, even if you dare not admit it.
Because you feel it, don't you? The unraveling, the inevitable, the fall you have spent decades denying, the truth you have spent a lifetime trying to bury. Your empire is not as invincible as you claim. Your apprentice is not as loyal as you pretend he is. The darkness you have cloaked yourself in, the vast and suffocating veil of power you believed would never fail you, it is beginning to break apart, and you know it. You have known it for some time now, haven't you? The whispers in the Force, the way it resists you more and more, the way your own apprentice wavers when he once would not. You know what is coming. You fear it.
No, I say it with all the fury of 1,000 burning stars. There is no redemption in the remnants of the Jedi, no hope in the ghostly echoes of a past that is dead and buried. Your defiance is as empty as the void, as transient as the fleeting shadows that vanish at dawn. I am the master of all that remains, and my power is unassailable.
That your time is running out. No, Sidious, you are mistaken. You believed the dark side had won, that you had crushed the light beneath your heel, that you had rewritten the fate of the galaxy in your image. You believed the Jedi were gone, that their time had passed, that the light had faded from existence, never to return. You believed your apprentice was lost to you, that his soul had been stripped away, that his destiny belonged to you and you alone. But you were wrong. You were always wrong.
If the past dares to rise again, If even the faintest whisper of Skywalker lingers in the Force, then I will destroy it.
Anakin Skywalker's fall was your greatest victory. You spent years crafting it, manipulating it, reveling in the moment you turned him into something else, something monstrous. But his return, that will be your downfall. And no matter how hard you fight it, no matter how many lies you weave, no matter how much power you unleash to stop it, you cannot prevent what is coming.
I will crush every remnant of hope, every trace of light, until nothing remains but darkness.
You know it's true. The darkness is breaking. The very foundations of what you have built. The empire you have shaped through fear and manipulation. It is crumbling. And when the last shadow falls, when the last vestiges of your rule turn to dust, you will fall with it. We will meet again, Sidious. But next time, it will not be on your terms.
You finally know, don't you? The secret they kept from you. The truth that echoed in the back of your mind for years. You could feel it, couldn't you? Every time you looked into the void of the Force and sensed something familiar. But you turned away. Now it's undeniable. He is yours. Flesh of your flesh. And the past. It never really let you go.
You are not real. You're just a phantom conjured by regret. A figment born from memories I've buried in the deepest, darkest places of my mind. The Force plays tricks. It tests me. And you are nothing but a cruel echo, trying to unmake what I have become. You do not exist. You cannot exist.
I am what remains of what you buried. Not a phantom. Not a lie. Just the part of you that you couldn't silence. The part that watched it all fall apart and screamed behind your rage. You built walls of armor, cloaks of fear, a fortress of fire. But even now, I am still here. I am the voice that still whispers your name when the dark grows quiet.
I destroyed you. I watched you burn. I felt the fire consume everything that was weak. Everything that held me back. I left you behind in the ashes of Mustafar, and I never looked back. I have crushed planets, choked traitors, shattered fleets, and still you think you can crawl out of the grave and speak to me.
Then why do I still linger, Anakin? Why does the Force still call me forward? If you truly killed what I was, why do your dreams echo with memories you pretend not to own? Why do your hands shake, just for a second, when you hear his name? Because you never killed me. You only buried me beneath pain.
Do not call me that. That name has no meaning anymore. It was broken, tarnished. A name for a child who believed in light and love. He was a fool, and I killed him. I had to. He was the last thing standing between me and true strength. That name is not mine. That name is dead.
You heard his name. Luke. It wasn't just a sound. It was a shatter. The moment his name reached your ears, the Force exploded inside you like fire in your chest. It burned through every lie, every mask, every wall you built. You didn't need anyone to explain it to you. You already knew. The moment you heard it, the truth returned.
It changes nothing. The truth, his name, none of it matters. The boy's powerful, yes, but that only makes him dangerous. He will learn what power truly means. He will kneel, or he will break. The galaxy has no room left for mercy. I will forge him in flame, or I will bury him in shadow.
But you hesitated. Don't pretend otherwise. You felt it. Something ancient. Something pure. It wasn't about strategy. It wasn't about the rebellion. It was something deeper than power or control. It was connection. Blood. Legacy. You saw her eyes, Padme's eyes, reflected in his face. And for the first time in years, you remembered.
Enough. Your words are like daggers twisting in old wounds. I will not be unraveled by memories. I will not be undone by ghosts. You speak of compassion, of hope, as though they have any place left in this war. This conversation ends now, or I will end it for you.
She would have loved him more than anything. She would have cradled him in the light and kept him far from war, from fear, from all of this. She believed in peace. She believed in you. Even when your hands were soaked in darkness, she held on to the hope that somewhere inside, you were still the man she loved. Her last breath carried your name.
She is gone. Do not speak her name. Do not bring her into this place of pain. You lost the right. I lost her the moment I tried to save her. The moment I believed power could hold back death. And now her name is a wound that never closes. So don't say it.
Because of you. Her death. Her tears. Her silence. It all circles back to the choices you made. Don't tell yourself it was destiny. Don't call it sacrifice. It was you. You let your fear twist into fury. You let your love become a weapon. And in the end, she died in grief, believing you were already gone.
I know. Every moment since that day, I have known. I feel the price of my choices in every breath I take, in every heartbeat of this machine. But I accepted that long ago. There is no forgiveness for me. There is no peace, only purpose, only survival, only the mission.
And now here you are again, standing on the edge. Different time, different place, but the same cliff, the same storm. And there, behind you, is Luke, reaching, not to strike you down, not to destroy you, but to save you. So I ask you, Anakin, will you pull him into the fire with you? Or will you let him be the hand that pulls you out?
I do not need saving. I chose this path. I was not led. I walked into the fire willingly. I gave everything for it. My soul, my name, my future. The man you speak to no longer exists. I do not want redemption. I want victory. That is all that matters now.
That's what you said the first time. You said you didn't need saving. That you were powerful enough. That you could protect everyone. You begged for strength. For secrets. For control. And when the choice came, you chose him. You knelt. You betrayed everything. You turned your back on us. And in doing so, you killed me.
You are a shadow, a flicker from the past, a whisper of a man who was too weak to finish what had to be done. I am what you could never be. I am will. I am resolve. You are not me. You are the ghost of failure, and I will not listen to you anymore.
No, I'm not you anymore. I'm not the shadow that walks behind your every breath. But I was. I remember what it was like to hope, to believe, to fall. I was the man who dreamed of peace and became a sword. I was Anakin Skywalker. And no matter how deep you bury him, I still echo in your bones.
He will not change my path. Whatever he is, my son, a Jedi, a spark of the past, it is irrelevant. The dark side does not waver. It does not care for blood or bonds. My path was carved in fire and death. He will either follow me into it, or be swept away by it.
He already has. You try to speak like you still hold dominion over this war, but your voice falters. You speak of strategy, of duty, of power, but it's slipping. The moment you saw him, felt him, the war changed. He reached inside the armor, and something trembled.
He is strong. Stronger than I expected. Stronger than you were, perhaps. But strength is not enough. It must be shaped, controlled, focused. He is raw, unrefined. I will take that strength and make it serve a greater cause, or crush it before it becomes a threat.
And he still believes in you. He doesn't even know why. He's never met the man I was. He sees only the dark shadow that hunts him. And yet, he still feels it. That small, flickering ember of something familiar. He believes you're more than the blade. He believes you're still his father. And that belief terrifies you.
If he dies, it ends. The whispers, the memories, this torment that clings to my soul like chains. If I end him, I end you. I end her. I end everything that still haunts me in the dark. No more questions. No more weakness. Just silence. Peace in ruin.
Number if he dies. If you let your blade fall, then you die. Not the body, not the name, but everything. The last tether between what you are and what you once were will be gone. And there will be nothing left. No one left to save you. No one to try.
Leave me. Return to whatever hollow in the Force you crawled from. I do not need your voice in my mind, your light in my darkness. You are not welcome here. You never were. Let me rot in the armor I chose. Let me burn in peace.
You can hide behind your mask, behind your command. You can crush the galaxy beneath your heel. But the truth, Anakin, the truth has roots. It grows even in ashes. You can silence every voice, but not the one inside you. You cannot erase me. Not entirely. Because I am you, and you are still afraid. He is your son, your legacy, your final chance to make right what was broken. He is more than a Jedi. He is hope incarnate. And whether you accept him now or push him away, he will stand before you one day. And when he does, it won't be as your enemy. He will stand as your reckoning. Don't wait until it's too late. Again, don't let the last thing he sees be a monster. Let it be a father.
You felt it, didn't you? That flicker, brief but unmistakable, like a dying star struggling to ignite once more. A presence, a shadow, a name echoing in the very core of your mind. You tried to silence it, to drown it beneath your rage, but it rose. Oh yes, it rose. You felt him, Lord Vader, and more importantly, you hesitated.
Yes, my master. I am aware of the disturbance you speak of. It was impossible to ignore, no matter how tightly I gripped the darkness. I felt it, like a knife, not to the flesh, but to something deeper. A wound I thought was long cauterized, ripped open again by a whisper I cannot escape. I told myself it was nothing. I tried to shield myself behind the dark side, but even now, it lingers. And yet, I remain. I serve. I have not faltered. I have not broken. I am still yours, and I will not fail you.
Do not lie to me, my apprentice. You cannot conceal what the Force reveals. The tremor that passed through you, it was not subtle. It was not small. It tore through the dark like a blade of light. I felt it. The walls of the Force shook. Something ancient, something buried, clawed its way into your thoughts. Tell me now, what did it say? What did it show you?
It was nothing, I told myself. A flicker, a ripple in the storm, a dream from a time I no longer claim. It came and went, like smoke, like a shadow caught in the edge of vision, there and gone again. It had no substance, no form. It was not power, it was not truth. It was a ghost, a memory trying to claw its way back into a mind it no longer belongs to. I remain in control. I am control. That is what the dark side has taught me. That is what I am.
No shadow dares linger in the presence of the dark side unless it has form, unless it has meaning. Something reached out to you, Vader. Something old, intimately familiar. You will not keep this from me. Speak the name. Give shape to the thing that dares haunt you.
Skywalker. The name clings to him like a scent I can't wash away. When I first sensed his presence, when I first looked upon him, I didn't need to ask questions. I didn't need proof. I knew. The Force screamed it at me. He carries more than potential. He carries legacy. My legacy. The fire I once held. The recklessness. The courage. It echoes through him. Not from training. Not from nurture. From blood. He is mine. And I feel it every time I reach out.
The boy? No. Not the boy. Not this time. There was another, deeper, older, a part of you long sealed away, now clawing at the edges of your mask. Something you buried in the ashes of Mustafar, or someone.
No, it wasn't the boy I felt in that moment. It was something deeper, older, something I believed buried beneath flame and ash, beneath screams and silence. It was the father. It was Anakin. He stirred like an ember I thought long dead. He rose without permission, without warning, and he whispered truths I didn't want to hear. Not from the boy, not from myself, but he was there. He was there.
Anakin Skywalker is dead. You extinguished him. I stood at the edge of his grave. I pulled you from the fire and shaped the wreckage that remained into something greater, something unstoppable. You murdered the Jedi. You crushed your past. You were reborn in shadow. Do not let a corpse speak from the grave, Lord Vader. His name has no meaning, not anymore.
Yes, Master. You are right. You have always been right. Anakin Skywalker is dead. He was weak, and weakness cannot be allowed to survive. You showed me that. You helped me unmake him, strip him away, until only purpose remained, until all that was left was the power to act without mercy. That boy's father, that Jedi Knight, he is nothing more than ash beneath the armor. My blade belongs to you, my loyalty, my will, my identity.
You must not let yourself be deceived, my apprentice. This is the Jedi's final trick, their last pathetic attempt to infect your resolve. They do not attack from the front now. They slither in shadows, whispering promises through the Force, wearing the faces of ghosts. They know they cannot destroy you in battle, so they seek to haunt you, poison you, break you with memories you swore you left behind.
I understand what must be done. I understand what is at stake. The boy, he carries more than defiance. He carries hope. He inspires belief, and that is more dangerous than any weapon. If he cannot be made to kneel, then he must be made to fall. There is no middle path, no redemption, no second chances. I will not allow him to rise as a symbol the galaxy can rally around. He must be broken, completely. That is the way forward. That is the only path I see.
They will speak in voices that once brought you peace. They will call themselves friend, mentor, lover. They will show you the child you lost, the wife you failed, the Jedi you once called brother. And they will say, there is still hope. But it is a lie, Vader. A lie meant to weaken you. Compassion, love, remorse. These are the weapons of the weak, the same weapons that nearly destroyed you. You severed those ties in fire. You rose above them. Tell me now, are you reforging them?
No, my master. You do not need to fear my resolve. My loyalty remains untouched. I am not who I once was. I do not long for the past. I do not dream. I do not grieve. Those are weaknesses I burned away. I am not a man chasing ghosts. I am a blade in your hand. I am the will of the Empire. I am your shadow. My allegiance is to you, to your vision, to the order we have created from chaos. Let no doubt stain that truth.
Then prove it. The boy comes soon. He is the last threat to what we've built, the last spark. When he arrives, you will bring him before me, and if he will not kneel, you will crush him. You will show no mercy. You will extinguish the light in his eyes before it spreads. And if the name Skywalker rises in your soul once more, if the ghost dares speak again, you will burn it from your mind. Do you understand me, Lord Vader? Burn it.
The boy will be brought before you. That is not a question. It is not a hope. It is a promise. Whether by will or by force, he will stand in this chamber. And if the moment demands it, if he defies you, if he clings to the light, I will do what must be done. I will strike. I will sever the last thread that binds me to him. I will finish what I began when I fell. I will not hesitate.
Make no mistake. If I detect even a flicker of hesitation, if I see the slightest tremor in your will, the faintest breath of Anakin Skywalker lingering within you, I will finish what Mustafar began. I will rip the mask from your face and leave nothing behind. The past will not rise again. I will erase him. I will erase you. I will see to it that even the Force forgets the name Anakin Skywalker.
He is gone. Anakin Skywalker is nothing but a shadow, a name, a scar. He is buried beneath everything I had to become to survive. Beneath flame, beneath metal, beneath every crime I committed in your name. He cannot rise again. He must not. Because if he does, then all of this, all of me, falls with him. You don't understand what you've walked into, boy. You should not have come here. Your presence alone is a mistake, a choice you'll come to regret. There are forces in motion you cannot hope to fight. The path ahead of you ends in only two ways. On your knees before the Emperor, or destroyed.
I knew the risk when I came. I knew what might happen. But I had to. I had to try. Because I couldn't leave you behind, Father. Not without knowing. Not without trying to reach you one last time. There's still something inside you. I've felt it since Bespin. You're not as lost as you want everyone to believe.
I warned you once, and I will warn you again. You are treading a path that leads only to ruin. You still think you can save me. That's the fantasy of a child who's clung to hope for far too long. I have no need for hope. I have power. And you, if you do not yield, will be crushed beneath it.
That's not true. I've looked into your eyes. And I've seen more than the armor, more than the anger. You say there's nothing left to save, but I've seen it. I've felt it. There's conflict in you. You're trying to bury it, but the light, it's still there. Maybe just a spark, but it's enough. It's you.
I am not your father. I am not the man you seek. That man is gone, burned away by betrayal. By failure, by pain. You stand before Darth Vader now, the blade of the Empire, the will of your Emperor, and he has no use for the ghosts you chase.
You're only repeating what he taught you to believe. You've buried your doubts so deep, you mistake them for obedience. But I can see through it. I know that voice isn't yours. It's his. You don't speak with conviction. You speak with fear. And you weren't always afraid.
Enough. Do not speak of feelings you do not understand. Do not speak of names long buried. The man I once was, if he ever truly existed, is nothing but dust and memory. And memories do not save lives. They only haunt them.
You don't believe what you're saying. You're trying to convince yourself as much as you're trying to threaten me. But it won't work. I'm not afraid of you, Father. Not because I'm strong, but because I understand. You weren't born this way. You became this because you thought you had no other choice.
You speak of fear, and perhaps you're not entirely wrong, but it is not the fear you believe it is. It is not of death, not of battle. It is the fear of asterisk truth, the truth that the past has claws, that no matter how far I run, some part of it still reaches for me.
You're afraid. I can feel it in the Force. I don't mean fear of death or pain. You faced those. You've endured more than most could survive. No. This fear is something deeper. You're afraid of him. Of what he's turned you into. Of what you lost when you gave yourself to him. And of what it would mean if you ever tried to take it back.
Do not say that name. Do not speak it. Every time you do, it cuts deeper than you could understand. That name is a scar, a wound that never healed. I left it behind in fire, in screams, in silence. It is not yours to use.
Because it hurts. Because hearing me call you Father reminds you of who you once were. Of a life you think is gone. But it isn't. I can see it in you. I can feel it every time I look at you. You're not just Darth Vader. You're still Anakin Skywalker, no matter how far you've fallen.
You see a glimmer and call it light, but even shadows flicker. What you think you see in me is not salvation. It is remorse. And remorse is not redemption. It is torment.
He's still in you. You can deny it all you want. But I know. When we crossed sabers on Cloud City, when you looked at me, not as an enemy, but something else, I felt it. There was hesitation. There was conflict. You didn't want to destroy me. You wanted to understand me. And I want to understand you.
I let you live, yes, but do not mistake that for mercy. Do not mistake my hesitation as weakness. The Emperor would call it treason. You call it hope, but I call it noise, distraction. You believe it means something, but it doesn't. It can't.
He didn't die. He was buried, hiding behind rage, behind duty, behind pain. But he's there, somewhere, beneath the mask, and the scars, and the silence. You didn't strike me down the moment I surrendered, because something inside you couldn't. And that something was him.
I thought I had severed it, the bond, the past. But the moment I felt you, something moved in me. And that terrifies me more than I can explain.
You've done terrible things. I know. You've hurt people. Killed people. And I'm not pretending that can just be erased. But I still believe in you. Not the Vader the galaxy fears, but the Anakin my mother once loved. The Jedi Obi-Wan spoke of. The man who fell, but doesn't have to stay fallen.
You say I can still change, that I can choose differently, but choice is a luxury I lost a long time ago. When I knelt before Sidious, I surrendered everything. My name, my soul, my will. There is no path for me now, except the one I already walk.
If there's nothing left of him, if you're truly gone, then why am I still here? Why did you bring me in alive? Why do you hesitate every time you speak to me? You're not protecting the Emperor from me. You're protecting me from him.
You're wrong. I didn't hesitate out of hope. I hesitated because I feared what you might awaken. Because in that moment, when I looked at you, I saw her. I saw Padme. I saw what could have been, and I hated myself for it.
Then help me see. Show me what's left of who you were. Let me see the man beneath the mask. Let me help you. You're not alone in this. Not anymore. I'm here now, and I won't give up on you. Not ever.
She would have saved you. She would have kept you from this war, from me. She would have given you peace, something I was never able to hold.
If the Emperor thinks he's already won, then let him believe it. But I haven't given up. Not on the rebellion, not on the galaxy, and not on you.
But she's gone, and I remain. That is the price I pay. That is the legacy I carry. You don't understand that kind of burden, and I pray you never will.
I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of the dark side. I'm only afraid of losing you.
The Emperor has shown me what must be done. There is no room for doubt, no room for weakness. The light cannot survive in a galaxy that only respects power.
And I'll keep waiting, Father, because I know you can still come back. I know it's not too late. And when you do, I'll be here. I'll be ready.
I must see this through, even if it means destroying you. That is the will of the Empire. That is the will of my master. But if I could choose, if I could turn back, no. That choice was made long ago.
You always did underestimate the will of the Force, Sidious. You thought you could shape it, bend it, mold it to your own design, as if it were nothing more than a tool for your ambition. You believed the Force was something to be controlled, something to be owned. But it was never yours to command. It was never something you could truly possess. You spent your life convincing yourself that your power was greater than its will, that the darkness you wielded could smother the light forever. And yet, here we are. The Force moves without your permission. It shifts beyond your reach, beyond your understanding. You tried to break it, to warp it into something unnatural, but the Force is not yours to keep. It has waited, patient, watching, guiding, until the moment it would strike against you. And now, that moment has come.
Impossible. The Force may allow its dead to linger as whispers, as feeble echoes in the void, but this is nothing but a trick, a distortion, an illusion conjured by the weak. You are gone, Skywalker. You burned away long ago, your body shattered, your soul consumed by the flames of Mustafar. You do not belong in this world, not anymore. And yet here you stand, clinging to something that no longer wants you. Do you believe yourself my equal? A specter with no power, no form, no influence over the future. Tell me, Skywalker, do you believe this charade will change anything? Do you think your presence here will sway what is already set in motion? That you will plant some seed of doubt, some fear in me? You have miscalculated as you always did. You are nothing but a shadow.
Number, I did not come to haunt you. I did not come to beg, to plead, or to bargain. I came to tell you what you already know. The truth that lingers in the shadows of your mind. The truth you refuse to face. That your empire is crumbling, piece by piece. That the order you built, the power you secured, the control you forced upon the galaxy, it is weakening. That your apprentice, your enforcer, your so-called creation, he is wavering. And that the chains you placed upon me, the chains that bound me to your will, the chains that turned me into Vader, they are breaking, just as they will for him.
Ah, Skywalker, or whatever remnants remain of him. A ghost clinging to a life that was stripped from him, to a power that has long since abandoned him. How pitiful, how predictable. The great Anakin Skywalker, the Jedi's chosen one, reduced to nothing more than a flicker of dying light, standing before me as if it matters. You spent your life running toward destiny, believing yourself special, believing the Force had some grand plan for you. And yet, where did that bring you? To me. And I reshaped you into something far greater than you ever could have been on your own. Tell me, Ghost, why have you come? To haunt me? To warn me? To beg? Is that what this is? An attempt to plead for the soul of my apprentice? For the life of your son? You think words, whispered from the grave, will make a difference? You think I will fear you? No, Skywalker. I am the one who is feared.
And yet, here I stand, in your throne room, in your sanctuary, the very heart of your dominion, where no enemy was ever meant to set foot. But I am here, Sidious, and you feel me, not as a whisper, not as a mere shadow of a dead Jedi, but as something more. You feel the truth pressing against you, creeping in at the edges, unraveling the illusion you have built around yourself. You tell yourself that you have silenced me, that you have erased Anakin Skywalker from existence. But you haven't. You never could. The more you deny it, the more it lingers. The more you fight it, the stronger it becomes. You have spent years trying to suppress what you do not understand, what you fear. And now the Force moves beyond you, outside of your grasp. And for the first time, you are afraid.
You speak as if you are certain of this, as if you believe fate itself has turned against me, that the tides have shifted, that the will of the Force has doomed me. How foolish, how Jedi of you. But tell me, Anakin, where was fate when you fell to your knees before me, begging for the power to save what you could not? Where was fate when your flesh burned away, when your screams echoed across the fires of Mustafar, when you lay broken and helpless at Kenobi's feet? Where was fate when I lifted you from the ashes, when I rebuilt you, when I forged you into something more? You were weak then. You pleaded for my guidance, for my strength, for my wisdom. You chose to cast aside your past, to embrace what only I could give you. And now you stand before me, a mere ghost, and you think that makes you stronger. You think you have power over me now? No, Skywalker. You hold nothing here. Not power, not presence, not influence. You are less than the man I once shaped. You are less than nothing.
Not me. Him.
I do not fear you. You are a relic, a whisper, a memory that holds no weight in the galaxy I have built. You are a dying ember of an order that no longer exists, a name that means nothing to those who now kneel before me. What do you believe you can accomplish here? You do not exist, not in the way that matters. The Jedi, the Republic, your dreams of balance, they are gone. You cannot harm me. You cannot stop me. You cannot even touch me, and yet you linger, like a parasite that does not realize it has already been cut from the body. But tell me, Anakin, does the Force whisper to you in the abyss? Does it mock you as it mocked all the Jedi before you? I do not fear you. It is you who fears me.
You feel it, don't you? The pull, the unraveling of everything you have built, the fragile structure of your empire, the lie you have told yourself, the control you thought was unshakable. You have seen it in him, haven't you? My son. You watched him, tested him, feared him, even as you sought to mold him in your image. You felt it in him, the way the Force moves through him, the way it sings to him, just as it once called to me. And it terrifies you, because you know now what you refused to see before. He is strong. Stronger than you expected, stronger than you feared. And now, deep within that twisted mind of yours, you wonder. You wonder if you have miscalculated, if perhaps this time you have underestimated the light.
I have broken stronger. I have bent entire civilizations to my will, crushed systems beneath my grasp, burned fleets into cinders with nothing but a command. I have torn apart empires that stood for millennia, reduced Jedi masters to dust with nothing but the power of my voice. You think you, a shattered remnant of a failed past, will change what is already written, that I will be undone by the same boy who only now begins to grasp what it means to wield the Force. Number, I have seen warriors far greater than your son, men of power who sought to rise against me, and I have destroyed them all. I have left nothing in my wake but silence and submission, and if Luke Skywalker dares to stand against me, he will fall like all the rest. He will burn as you burned. He will kneel as you kneeled, and if he refuses, then he will die. And I will watch as the light finally fades from the galaxy, never to return.
No, you haven't. Because you never truly broke me, Sidious. You never could. You did not create Darth Vader. You did not forge him in your fire. I was never truly yours. You twisted me, bent me, manipulated me, made me into something I was never meant to be. But the pieces of Anakin Skywalker, they never left. They were buried, yes. Buried beneath rage, beneath grief, beneath the weight of my own sins. But they remained. And now, they rise. And those same pieces, they exist in him. You see it, even if you will not admit it. You see it when he looks at you, when he stands before you. You see the fire in him, the same fire that once burned in me, the same will, the same destiny. And you know, deep down, in the place even you cannot silence, that he will never be yours. You will never truly break him, because you never truly broke me.
Do I? Do I know how this ends, Skywalker? Is that what you believe? That I am bound to some prophecy, to some fate woven by the Jedi's dead hands? Number, I have seen too many fools think they understood the future. I have watched those who claim to be destined fall before my feet, reduced to nothing but fading screams. But perhaps you have shown me something of value after all.
You know how this ends. Yes. Because you have seen it before. You have lived it before. You saw it in me, the moment I turned against you, the moment I gave myself to your power. And now, you see it again, playing out before you, repeating itself. But this time, you are not the one in control. You are losing. You lost me, and you will lose him.
No one left at all.
He is your downfall.
Something happened. Didn't it? I can feel it in the air, in the way the Force moves around us. It's different. You're different. I may not understand it fully. I may not be able to explain it, but I know it. Something shifted. Something changed. You're trying to ignore it, trying to push it down, but I can feel the conflict in you. It's like a ripple in still water. It spreads, whether you want it to or not.
What are you talking about, boy? I did not summon you here for riddles. If you have something to say, then say it. But do not waste my time with foolish speculation. Your fate is already sealed, and nothing you believe, nothing you hope, will change what is to come.
I felt something. It wasn't just you. It wasn't just me. It was something more. It was him. It wasn't a dream, and it wasn't my imagination. It wasn't just a feeling. It was real. I don't know how, but I could sense him in the Force, like a voice just beyond my reach, like an echo of something that was never truly lost. It was Anakin.
You are mistaken. Your senses deceive you, Skywalker. The Force is vast, full of echoes, distortions, remnants of the past that mean nothing. You are grasping at shadows, desperate to see what is not there. This fixation on what is already lost will only make your fall inevitable.
Or I'm not mistaken. You want me to be. Because if I'm right, then that means something you don't want to face. But I can feel it. I know what I felt. I know he was here.
Your mind is clouded by hope, Skywalker. That name, the man you so stubbornly cling to, is gone. You cannot bring back what has been destroyed. You cannot undo what has already been done. Whatever it is that you think you felt, it was nothing. A figment, a fading echo, a trick born from your own desperation. You want to believe there is still something left, but belief does not change reality. You are chasing ghosts, and ghosts do not return.
I don't know how, and I don't know why, but I know. He was here. Not in the way we're used to, not as flesh and blood, not as the man you once were, but as something else. Something beyond what either of us can truly comprehend. But that doesn't change the fact that he was close. So close that I could feel him in the Force, like a whisper just beneath the surface, like a presence that refuses to fade away, a memory that is not just remembered, but alive.
Then you are a fool, a blind, naive fool who does not understand the depths of what has been lost. You think you see something in me, something left, but you see only what you want to see. There is nothing there, Skywalker. There is no past, no weakness, no lingering presence waiting to be reclaimed. I have made my choice. I have embraced what I am, and nothing you say will change that.
And you felt it too. I know you did. You can lie to yourself. You can tell yourself that it was nothing, that it was a mistake, but you can't lie to me. Not here. Not now. I can see it in you, even if you refuse to admit it.
Anakin Skywalker is dead. He was weak. He was foolish. He was blind, just as you are now. He trusted in those who betrayed him, in a love that failed him, in a cause that never deserved him. And so he fell. He burned, and with him, every part of the man you so desperately seek to find. He does not exist. He does not live within me. He is not waiting, lurking in the shadows, hoping to be saved. He is dead. And the sooner you accept that, the less pain you will bring upon yourself.
I don't believe that.
You will be brought before the Emperor soon. And all of this, your hope, your delusions, your belief that you can save me.
I know you felt it. I know you heard him, the same way I did. He's still there, Father. Maybe not in the way you remember him. Maybe not even in the way I understand. But he is not gone. You know it. You feel it just as much as I do. And no matter how much you try to deny it, no matter how much you try to bury it beneath anger, beneath fear, beneath the dark side, it's still there. He's still there.
Will mean nothing. He will show you the truth.
Then, after you bring me before him, after you stand by his side and watch him try to destroy me, will you let him? Will you stand there, knowing what I know, feeling what I feel, knowing that he is afraid of you just as much as he is afraid of me?
He will break you as he broke the Jedi, and then you will understand.
Maybe I am a fool. Or maybe you are the one who is afraid.
Then you will see the truth.
I already have.
You felt it, didn't you? That ripple in the Force, that shadow slipping through the cracks of your mind, that thing that should not be. You have spent years telling yourself he was gone, that he was dead, that you buried him beneath the weight of the dark side, beneath my teachings, beneath your own rage. But the Force does not forget so easily, does it? And neither do you. It reached for you, called to you, like an ember refusing to be snuffed out, like a whisper clawing its way from the abyss you swore no longer existed. And in that moment, in that single moment, you hesitated. You felt it. And that concerns me.
I do not know what you speak of, my master. Whatever disturbance you claim to have felt is nothing but a fleeting ripple in the vastness of the Force, a distortion of the past that holds no bearing on the present. If the dead wish to linger as shadows, as whispers lost to time, then let them. It changes nothing. I have not faltered. I have not broken. I stand before you as I always have, unshaken. If there is a disturbance in the Force, it is of no consequence. The Jedi are gone. Their legacy is dust. Their spirits may claw at the edges of existence, desperate to be remembered, but they hold no power here, and neither does he.
Do not lie to me, Lord Vader. Do not insult me with your silence, with your empty attempts at deception. I know what you felt. I have always known. Did you think you could hide this from me? That I would not see the disturbance in the Force, the shift in its current, the echo of something long since eradicated? You felt it because it was there. The disturbance, the presence that should not exist. The ghost that dares to whisper in the shadows of your mind, slithering through the walls you built to keep him out, slipping through the cracks you refuse to acknowledge. He is not supposed to exist, Vader. And yet, here we are. Explain that to me.
Anakin Skywalker is dead. He was weak. He was lost in his own delusions, bound by foolish ideals, chained to emotions that made him vulnerable. He trusted blindly. He loved blindly, and he suffered for it. He allowed himself to be deceived, manipulated, used, and in the end, he fell. He did not have the strength to survive what had to be done. He hesitated, and for that, he was erased. Do not speak his name as if he is something more than a grave long since abandoned. There is no Skywalker, there is only Vader. And Vader does not look back. Vader does not hesitate.
Anakin Skywalker. Is he? Is he truly dead? You say it with such certainty, with such finality. Yet here you stand, breathing the same air as I do, knowing exactly what you felt, and yet denying it. But denial will not save you, Lord Vader. I do not deal in wishful thinking. I do not deal in fantasies. There is only reality, and reality is that the Jedi you killed, the name you cast away, the past you claim to have destroyed, it is reaching for you. And the question is not whether you can silence it. The question is why it has not already faded.
I do not hesitate, my master. I have never hesitated. Not when I burned away my past. Not when I crushed the Jedi beneath my heel. Not when I reforged myself into something stronger, something greater. You speak of ghosts as if they can unmake what I have become. But the past does not bind me. It does not touch me. The will of the dark side is all that remains. The weakness that once held me back is gone. Whatever presence you claim to have felt is nothing but an echo, a remnant of a man long since destroyed. It holds no meaning. It holds no power. I do not falter. I do not waver. I am as I have always been. I am your apprentice. I am your enforcer. I am Vader.
Do not think me blind, my apprentice. Do not think for even a moment that I do not see what lies beneath that mask, that I do not hear the weight of your silence, that I do not feel the crack forming in the foundation of everything we have built. The Force does not deceive me. The Force does not lie. I felt him. I felt his presence like a shadow passing through fire, like a scar that is not yet healed. And I know that you felt him too. I do not need to ask. I can see it in you.
I will bring him before you, my master. I will not fail in this task. The boy is strong, but he is naive. He still clings to the false hope that the Jedi can rise again, that their teachings still hold meaning. He believes he can stand against us, that he is ready, but he is not. He is nothing without guidance, without power, without control. He will not resist us for long. I will bring him to you. I will break the illusions he clings to. I will strip away the weakness that blinds him. And when he kneels before you, when he sees the truth of what he is meant to become, he will know there is no other path. He will know that the light is dead.
You hesitate. Why? What is it you fear, Lord Vader? What is it that makes your hands tremble, even if only for a moment? Do not tell me it is nothing. Do not insult me with falsehoods, with denials. I have felt the weight of the Force pressing against you, gnawing at the edges of your mind. And I know the truth, even if you refuse to say it aloud. You have not let go of him. He is still there, somewhere deep inside you, buried beneath the rage, beneath the armor, beneath the weight of the dark side. But tell me, Lord Vader, how long do you think you can keep him buried?
He will not refuse us. The boy believes himself strong, but he is untrained, unrefined. He has power, but he does not understand it. He believes in mercy, in redemption, in the same foolish ideals that doomed the Jedi before him. And that is why he will fall. That is why he will kneel. Because he must. Because there is no alternative. And yet, you fear him. You have seen something in him, something that troubles you. He is more than you anticipated, more than we anticipated. And that is why you wish to strike now, before he can become something beyond your reach. But I tell you, my master, he will bend, he will serve. And when he does, he will be ours. There will be no need for destruction. He will submit. And if he does not, then I will do what must be done.
Then why does he still linger? Why does the Jedi refuse to fade? Why does he reach through the veil of the Force when he should have long been forgotten? I will tell you why. Because you have not let him go. Because despite all your power, despite all your devotion, despite all your rage, you still fear the truth. And the truth is this: he is not done with you. He has not let you go either. And that should terrify you more than anything, my apprentice. This cannot be allowed. I will not tolerate it. I have spent too long shaping you, perfecting you, forging you into something greater than what you once were. I will not see that undone by the whisper of a ghost. There will be no more warnings, no more chances, no more indulgence. The time for uncertainty is over. The boy arrives soon. And when he does, I expect you to do what must be done. And when the time comes, you will end this foolishness. You will break him. You will shatter every illusion he still clings to, every hope he carries, every ounce of resistance that still lingers in his heart. You will show him the true nature of the dark side. You will remind him why the Jedi are dead. You will see that he submits, or you will destroy him where he stands. See that he doesn't. And Lord Vader, if I sense the same weakness in you that I sense tonight, if I so much as feel the whisper of Anakin Skywalker within you again, I will erase him.